Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Coach G here on this TGI Monday, baby. Mondays are for success. Yes, look at that behind me. What is that? Yeah, that is rain, man. Check it out. Even on the swimming pool, you can see the raindrops hitting. Pretty crazy. Just got through running on the treadmill and stuff, and came outside to sit out here and do this video, and it started spring a little bit. And I was like sitting here next to the pool and saw all this drops. I'm like, is it raining? And sure enough, it's raining. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Hey man, TGI Friday, Mondays are for success or money making Mondays, baby. That's right. Hey, I just wanted to bring you to, I had a pretty crazy week this week. Up and down, goods and highs and lows. But man, just staying positive, and that's the key. That's what I always try to bring to you guys, man. You're always going to go through some stuff in your life, some drama, some hurt, some pains, some backstabbing, some things taken out of content and twisted around. You're always going to go through those different type of things, but it's just how you handle it and what you do with it that makes the difference. Yeah, it's pretty. Man, first started out last week, somebody hit my car, and then I had to put my Mercedes in the shop, and was no big deal. And then, thinking about that, what it's going to be like, make sure that it gets done correctly and stuff. And of course, when you have something like that, you want to make sure is it going to be the same afterwards and things like that, right? And then just busy doing stuff, masterminding with people, and then training James, the chain breaker speaker, for his fight coming up, and getting that, and doing my own training and working out and going to see family and stuff, and hanging out with the wife, and then going to my coaching with the Stigula group, and the masterminding with that. It's awesome, and the people in there. And then and then on Thursday, and then of course dealing with a bunch of crap at work. 30 years in the company. I was 30 years in June. 30 years in June, and got my review for the year last week, and number one in this category, top of the company in this category, number one in the region in this category, and then here's your 1.5% increase, which turns out to be a whopping $63 a month. That's right, you heard me right. $63 a month. It was funny because I went out to dinner last night with my son, his boyfriend, and my wife, and we went out to dinner, and they had a two for dinner, $63, appetizer, entree, dessert for $63. So I was teasing. I was like, yep, my monthly raise is paying for this $63 dinner tonight. So, but yeah, that's just the thing. It's like, in business and career, right? And you see why a lot of people want their own business or want to be an entrepreneur and stuff, because a lot of times in the corporate world, you're at their whim. Not a lot of times, most of the time you're at their whim. Pay what they pay, vacation they give you, and the time off they give you. So it's pretty tough. But there's some highs and lows, and then Thursday night, this was incredible. Got invited to go to John Shin's house, which he's a multi millionaire, and he is the executive producer of Think and Grow Rich, the legacy movie, and he's also the best-selling author of How Asians Think, which is basically Think and Grow Rich for Asians. And he's also he's involved with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and he is also one of the producers, or I don't know if you would call it producers, or maybe people that came up with Think and Grow Rich, the tour mastermind, which they are traveling it's a world tour. They've been in, I think, 4 or 5 different cities. They were in San Diego a couple weeks ago. I went to that, and they were in Phoenix last weekend, and they're heading to Dallas in a few weeks. And then they're going to head on back around, and then to California, LA, and then they're going to go on a world tour, Canada, Asia, Philippines, Japan, China, all over the place, India. And it's a world tour, and so he is the one that is behind that whole thing. And I got the privilege to go spend about 6 hours with him on Thursday night at his house to see how the whole Think and Grow Rich came to be, to see how his financial business came to be the past 25 years. It was pretty awesome. And then spend the whole time with him, it was just, just me, my wife, his assistant, and two friends of ours, Shane and MJ. And it was awesome, man. It was just in his incredible house, and got to meet his wife and his incredible kids. And it was just one of those highs that was just pretty impressive. And talked about some projects that I'm working on that he may collaborate with me on. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, it was just an awesome time, man. And then on Friday, I got to see my cousin that I haven't seen in over 30 years, man, 30 plus probably. And got to, spend time with her at my parents' house on top of it. So that was gravy on top of it, because I got to see my parents as well. And then my older brother that I don't see that often as well, and my wife. It was awesome. Got to spend time with them, have dinner and stuff. And she's kind of on the same path I am. It's like she's 5 years older than me, but when she was younger, in her 20s and 30s like me, she used to go to seminars and masterminds and look at the speakers and say, man, it gives me goosebumps, and I want to do that someday, just like me. And now she joined John Maxwell's speaking and coaching program, which I know a lot about John Maxwell, a lot of his tapes and books and things. She is speaking, she's in Toastmasters, just like I'm in Toastmasters. She's starting to speak in different places, starting to be a coach. So it's kind of funny how her and I are doing the exact same thing. And she was even, we were talking about, she was like, I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about what she was saying. So it's pretty cool. Got to spend the Saturday with her, and she came down from a train up from Washington to visit her friends and family, her mom in New Mexico, and then came visit us. And then last night I got to be with my stepson and his friend, and it was awesome. And then my wife, we went out to dinner, spent a lot of good time together, and just up and downs. But then some drama over the weekend too with the coaching team I'm with, and shit happens, man. Sometimes you say things. It's kind of like that. I don't know if it's called the phone game or what it's called, but how you say one thing to one person, and the next person says it different on down the line. That's kind of the situation, that things got blown out of proportion, and then one thing was said and then taken out of content to another person, and then the other person took it the other way, and then the other person called out a couple people and threw some people under the bus, which, three wrongs don't make a right, but, you learn from it and you go on from that. And but that's life, man. That's life. That's business. And you're going to run into those situations where shit happens, and it's how you handle it. It's how you handle it. Do you handle it like a professional? Do you handle it with grace, with dignity, with respect? I think that's the key, how you handle this situation, because you're always going to have those situations where you're not going to like what people say or do, or maybe backstab you or throw you in the bus or anything like that. But you can get all crazy and yell and scream and get mad and all that kind of stuff. Or you can say, it's life, happens, and you learn from it and you go from there. So I just wanted to bring you that tonight. A couple ups and downs, and that's what life is, man. Life is like a roller coaster. You're on your highs and your lows, man. Your highs and your lows, and that's what it is. Or like mountains, like my dad says, peaks and valleys in your life. Peaks and valleys, and when you're feeling down, you got depression, and all kinds of things go. You're in the valley, man. But what comes after the valley? The mountain. That means the hill is there, and the only way to go is up. And so when you're ever in that deep valley, you feel like it's just not going to stop. It does, because there's no such thing as endless valley. It will eventually come back up, and that's what life is like. You're going to have those ups, those downs, those peaks, those valleys, the roller coaster ups and downs, the turns, the twists, and that's how life is. And people think, from life to successful life is a straight line. No, it's not, man. It's a freaking ziggly line. It does all this and goes all kinds of different directions. You're going to run into all kinds of shit and problems and issues, man. And it's just how you handle it. And I've grown so much over the last couple years, man, especially the last year, that not much bothers me at all. And if it does, it only bothers me for a few minutes, and I just let it roll off. And I think that's one of my geniuses, man, because it's like, why get all upset at things? Why get all upset at people? Why let it ruin your day, your week, your month, your year, whatever? And people do that. They let little things bother them. Let little things ruin their life. Let little things ruin their week, their month, ruin their marriage, ruin their friendships, ruin partnerships or whatever over stupid shit. And it's like, no, man, you just need to chalk it up as a learning experience. learn from it, put it behind you, put it in your back pocket as something that you can use in the future. That, yep, been there, done that. Pull it out and say, yep, I've got through that and I can get through it again. And it's just how life is, man. You're going to go through things. And oh, one of the other ups was I got my car on Saturday, man. I went down and picked up my car from the auto body shop, and man, was it nice. I'm telling you, it looked better than when it looked brand new. It looked brand freaking new. And then the inside, they completely detailed the outside, completely detailed the inside. When I bought it at the dealership, it didn't look as nice as it did when I picked it up on Saturday. So look, I could have been depressed. I could have been down about my car getting hit, getting damaged, but it looks better now than when before it got hit. So that's what I'm talking about in life. I could have been all sourpussed all 2 weeks, while it was in the shop. I could have been pissed off at the guy that hit it, but man, nope. I smiled all week. I was happy all week, and look what happened, man. The car came back looking better than when it went in. So it's like, it's looking. I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, they get me a new car. It was that's how nice it looked. And the inside, the carpet, everything, the upholstery, everything. It was spick and span, the wood, everything. I was like, damn, shit looks good. The rims, they did a hell of a job. And when I bought it, they basically just ran it through the washing machine or the car wash, and that was it. And they didn't even dry it or anything, it had the spots on it and everything. So I was very impressed. So that's what I mean. Shit happens, man, up and down, but it's what you think. And most of the time, if you got a good positive attitude, things are going to turn out better. Even if they aren't. So look at how beautiful that is, man. Beautiful summer night out here, poolside. Just got through running 3 miles. Just wanted to bring this quick video. So, hey, Koala, what's going, buddy? I'm glad you tuned in. And Daryl, you just tuned in. I'm just finishing up, man. Go back and watch it all over again. Appreciate #live, #repeat. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hey, just remember, TGI Monday. What are you doing? Is Monday going to be a success for you? Is the week going to be a success for you? Most people hate Mondays, and most people talk about TGI Friday because they can't stand the week and they can't stand Mondays. But TGI Monday, baby, that's right. Thank God it's Monday, because God got you through another week, and he's going to get you through this week, whether you have ups and downs, you're in the valleys, the peaks, the valleys, or the roller coaster ups and downs and twists and turns of life. But have a positive attitude, and you can get through anything. And just, it's all up here, baby. That's right. It's all up in the mind, the BS, as my coach says, the belief system. That's right. And that's true to anything in life. So, guys, again, #live, #repeat. Please make some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm full of shit, or if you like what I'm talking about. Put it in there. I like all the goods and bads. It doesn't matter. I appreciate you guys. God bless. Have a great week. Make it a successful week. Money making Mondays, TGI Mondays, or like I like to say, Mondays are for success. Coach G out.